Hey, if you've been leading worship for any length of time, I'm sure at some point you've had to send an email with a set list out, or maybe in the past you used a spreadsheet to manage who was scheduled and when they were scheduled, and those can get kind of unruly. But thankfully, those tools are not the only ones that are available to us as worship leaders nowadays. My name is Brendan. I've been leading worship for 15 years, and today I want to talk about three tools that we use that completely change the game for us as a worship team. The first on this list, and what I would say is the most important, is called Planning Center Services. It is a all-in-one scheduling, communication, gives your team resources on what they need to have to prepare, like chord charts and recordings and that sort of thing. And as far as I'm concerned, as a worship leader nowadays, services is an absolute must. It just, for me, it brings such peace of mind and simplifies the scheduling process immensely. The nice thing is there is a free tier that you can subscribe to that's fully featured. The only limitation is how many people you can add to it. So I very much recommend giving it a shot if you're not already using it. So just some benefits of using services. Like I said, it improves the communication of your team because it allows them to block out dates they're not available. Also, to set scheduling preferences, like if they only want to serve once or twice a month, or if they only want to be put on the schedule when their husband or wife or is serving. It's just a lot of things that really accommodate your volunteers and those that serve at the church. Like I said earlier, also, it gives them resources that they need to prepare. It's amazing to use the rehearse function in services where it's got all the chord charts, the keys for the songs, any recordings or YouTube videos or anything like that you use. But one of my favorite features, and also leads into the second tool I want to talk about today, is an integration with a company called MultiTracks, and that integration is called Rehearsal Mix. MultiTracks kind of changed the game. I think it was last year. There used to be only one solution available for like song reporting and chord charts, but MultiTracks really kind of upped their game, and last year came out with, they're like the one-stop solution now for music licensing, chord charts, and their chord charts are amazing. And so here's some benefits of using MultiTracks and how it's helped us as a team. If you don't have a dedicated music director, and what I mean by that is, sometimes it's the bassist, sometimes it's a keyboard player, sometimes it's the leader with a talkback mic for the rest of the team, and they kind of direct the band behind the worship leaders. Me personally, we don't use that at our church. I would love to. We just don't use it. It's not something that we've really come to a place where we felt that it was necessary. Not that it wouldn't be beneficial, but we just don't have one. And so for us, MultiTracks is amazing when we use their tracks to play with. It comes with a click and a guide. So, like the click to keep the tempo, but the guide to also cue you. It will cue you, 4/6, whatever beats in. It'll say things like intro or verse or chorus, bridge, refrain. And it's great to just keep the team all on the same page, all together. And I would say probably about maybe 50 to 60% of the time we use tracks. Most of the time it's when some musicians aren't available, like if we're missing a guitarist for the day, or if the bass player's not available, we'll use a track and just use the instrumentation available. It's amazing to help fill your team out and make the sound more full overall. So let's see. Coolest feature about Rehearsal Mix that I think for the team is the ability to play along with the original recording while using a click. It's great. I mentioned in a previous video, we only do rehearsal once a month, and the other day, just the rest of the month, the team really is expected to prepare on their own time. So having this tool it's incredible for us, priceless for us, and to be able to give them the tools that they can prepare on their own, and there's really no excuse for showing up unprepared. It's an amazing thing, and again, peace of mind as a worship leader that I'm doing my best to give the team all of the tools that they need to be totally prepared for a Sunday morning. And again, I can't speak enough about their chord charts. Another just amazing aspect. Each section, each verse, chorus, pre-chorus is broken out into a different section, and they have little notes with dynamics like all in or big or build or drums. And again, it's just another great help for the team as a whole to be on the same page. It makes the charts a lot easier to read. And the last tool that I want to talk about is completely free to use. We've used it for years. I use it for work, but also with the church, and it's called Slack. And it's a chat program. It's amazing for Sunday morning communication. I have the full worship team in there, and I define the full worship team as, you know, all of the musicians, the worship leaders, the audio guys, the video guys. Everybody that is involved in production on a Sunday morning is in that worship team channel, and we use it for things like, you know, we don't ever really have a set ending song. It's more just, hey, what do you feel like you should close with today? We'll put that in Slack as well, and then notify all the people that need to know so they can add it to ProPresenter or whatever the case. We also, I use it when a group text isn't practical. So if I want to send out, you know, like a notification for a new song that we're going to learn, I'll post that in Slack with a YouTube video. And then just, you know, any notes like, hey, we're going to do this arrangement or whatever. Slack is great, just to help improve communication overall. And so, yeah, those are the 3 tools. So we've got Planning Center Services, MultiTracks, and Slack. I'll put links in the description of the video to each of those. And of all of them, MultiTracks is the only one that actually requires a subscription. Like I said, Services does have a free tier. Slack is free. And, you know, just fantastic tools to help you and your team improve communication, and you as a leader be more confident in scheduling and knowing that you're giving your team the tools they need to really be successful. So yeah, if you've got any questions on any of the tools, be sure to post a comment, and I'll absolutely get a response to you and put you in the right direction, whether that be support or whether that be you know, maybe just questions on what features and MultiTracks we use outside of Rehearsal Mix. I'd be glad to answer any questions. I appreciate you watching this video, and I hope that these tips and these tools are going to help you and your team. God bless.